She wants a decorated house? She's going to get a decorated house. Merry late Christmas. My friends Adam and Belle have a story about one of their neighbors and how he managed to stuff a 5-lb bag of coal in a Karen's stocking this Christmas by using malicious compliance. This particular neighbor, Tim, and his wife, Frances, would go overboard on the outdoor decorations every Christmas. There'd be lights, garlands, wrought iron reindeer statues, snowflakes, candy canes, a 6-feet-tall Santa statue, a nativity set, etc., etc. It was its own brand of charm, according to the neighbors. Unfortunately, earlier this year, Frances suffered a massive stroke and passed away. Tim was devastated, especially as Christmas came closer and closer. Frances's favorite holiday was Christmas. Tim told the neighbors around Thanksgiving that he wasn't going to decorate the house that year. It was just too painful without Frances there. Everyone was sad, but they understood. Unfortunately, Karen didn't get this memo. It's the week or so after Thanksgiving and people who haven't put up Christmas decorations are busy doing so. Adam and Belle were walking their dog, Domingo. Tim is out front of his house, getting the mail. Adam and Belle go up with Domingo to see Tim and say hello. While they're talking, a red minivan pulls into Tim's driveway. Karen steps out. Belle and Adam have never seen her before, but Tim recognizes her. "Good morning, Karen." "Yeah. Hi. I was wondering if you were going to put up your Christmas decorations this year." Adam, Belle and Tim look at each other, uncomfortable. "I'm not going to put up any decorations this year," Tim said. "And why not?" Karen asked. "Christmas reminds me of Frances." "Well, what about my kids? They've been looking forward to seeing the house decorated. And the fact that you're pretty much the only house that isn't decorated makes them really sad." "What would Frances want?" Quote, Belle. Adam and Tim just stared in astonishment. "We've had a pandemic and we need the cheering. They've been looking forward to this every year." Quote, Tim is looking both angry and brokenhearted. Adam and Belle are ready to tell Karen to go stuff it, but Karen sets the trap for Tim's malicious compliance. "We're going to be here after church on Christmas Eve and this house better be decorated." And with that, Karen gets back into her minivan and drives off. Belle looks at Tim, and he's got a malicious smile on his face. She wants a decorated house? She's going to get a decorated house. The weeks pass and Tim starts getting several packages delivered. He also starts putting things up in the yard, but they're covered with bed sheets so they look like those Halloween ghosts. He also starts putting lights on the house. There's more lights than usual, but he doesn't turn them on at night. Karen and her minivan don't show up, even though Adam and Belle had alerted everyone in the neighborhood about her. Christmas Eve rolls around. Adam and Belle are invited to Tim's house for dinner and to watch the movie, Scrooged. They are also asked to BYOB. When they arrive, the curtains are drawn. Tim greets them with a big smile. They settle down and he details his plan, asking for their help. They're laughing at the end of it and eagerly agree. As they work, Belle notes that he's happier than they've seen him in a while. Tim says, it's hopefully going to get even better. By this point, it's still just light enough that they can see what they're doing, but just dark enough that you can't see what's in the yard. They remove the bed sheets and laugh at all the decorations that have been set up. There's a nice dinner and watch the movie. Midway through the movie, Tim's alarm goes off on his cell phone. He pauses the movie, looks at Adam and Belle and says, "It's showtime." Quote, everyone bundles up and they head to the sidewalk across the street. It's now pitch black and Tim's house still isn't lit up. There's the usual cars driving through the neighborhood, with Karen's red minivan being at the end of the line. "Right on time," Tim says, taking a remote out of his coat pocket. They wait until the red minivan reaches the front. Tim presses the button. According to Belle, it was like the scene from Christmas Vacation when the Griswolds' house turns on. There's red, white and blue lights galore. The yard has eagle statues, stars, flags, banners, statues of liberty, etc. In the windows are lights that look like exploding fireworks. Tim grins and presses another button. All of a sudden, Star-Spangled Banner begins to belt out through several speakers placed throughout the yard. As Adam, Belle and Tim are laughing as the minivan stops and parks. Karen gets out of the driver's seat and storms over to them. "What is that?" she shrieks, pointing to the house and looking about ready to blow a gasket. "It's my salute to all nations. But mostly America," Tim said. "Don't you like it?" Quote, "It's Christmas," Karen shouts. "I wanted you to decorate the house for Christmas." Quote, "You wanted a decorated house?" Karen, "You didn't say what holiday." With that, Karen flipped them off, got back in the minivan and drove off. Tim turned off the music and lights and they head back to Tim's house to finish Scrooged. Tim told Adam and Belle as they were leaving for the night, "I think I'm going to decorate my house like this every Christmas." Frances would have gotten a kick out of it. "I was hoping for a big display of lights that spelled out, 'Fuck you.'" Karen, "Oh, I could see this with a different holiday each year. Alternate years could celebrate obscure holidays." Karen would be apoplectic. "I learned one thing from my great-grandfather. Give a man enough time to plan and he'll use it to prank you." That last line makes this all the better. Frances is smiling down and laughing her ass off at Karen. Go Tim. Also, what wonderful friends helping Tim find some joy in a tragic situation and start a new tradition. For him to remember and honor Frances without so much of the pain. I am astonished at the nerve of people who think they have the right to tell other people how and when to decorate their house. And for her own selfish kids' benefit. When the poor man is suffering a major loss. The audacity. Wow, I'd have considered writing "Karen, my wife is dead, do your own lights" in big letters in lights and nothing else, but I guess that's rough on the kids. What a court. Moral of this story: Tim is a bloody rock star. Be like Tim. We're going to be here after church on Christmas Eve and this house better be decorated. Quote, or what, exactly? Get a Jesus statue with a guitar singing "Born in the USA." Ha! He should put up Christmas decorations for July 4th, laughing face. Thought it was just going to be lights spelling out, "Santa isn't real." Finally, a good excuse for patriotism. Hey, it works 2 times out of the year. Get a Jesus statue rocking out in a sleigh pulled by bald eagles. I don't know who in this story's history of retellings is a fan of Muppet Vision. Tim, the Friends, or Op, but it is appreciated greatly in any case. She wants a decorated house? She's going to get a decorated house. Right then. I knew this was going to be good. Some of the best work people can do comes from the depths of despair. Tim is a rock star. I hope this incident is the first step on his journey to a good life even without Frances. Props to Adam and Belle for standing by their friend. Lesser props to the neighbors who made the timing work so well. I refuse to believe that a person as comedically entitled as Karen exists. I expected a gingerbread house in a spotlight. Big mouth Billy Bass. https://www.youtube.com/watch v equals bgsqr1qecso.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Eracast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.